Hi, this is my first impressions of Mika and the Witch's Mountain. First, I would like to disclose the fact I received a free key to play this game on its day of release, and I have not actually finished the game yet, but this is just, like I said, this is first impressions of the game. The first thing I noticed when entering into this world is it's really quite beautiful. I do love the look. There are two things that come to mind while playing this game. One thing is it almost reminds me of the cel-shaded world of Wind Waker and Zelda. But the first thing that I noticed before that is it felt like it was influenced in a way by Kiki's Delivery Service, a legendary Studio Ghibli animated movie. It's just the whole idea of this little girl coming to this location and takes on the job of making deliveries. And that's exactly what you do here. You're on your little broomstick, you go around, you're doing objectives, and you've got to get them from A to B. Things that you should consider while playing this is you have to remember to keep them protected. Your items cannot get wet and they cannot get damaged through impact. It will often tell you when you're picking these up what those dangers are. Now, once you do deliver them, if you do damage it, you'll get a different amount of ratings. Ideally, you want to get the happy face because then you can get your full payment. But if you do damage them, you can redo them again. I did this myself. I just missed one of those whirlwinds. I got too low, it got wet, and it said, do you want to try again? So you can go back. You're not completely doomed if it all goes. It's not all, if it goes wrong. So anyway, regardless. One thing that I found was slightly problematic almost straight away, and this won't be a problem for most. To be honest, this is just going to be it's going to be me, because I'm just weird when it comes to control. Now, this is definitely best played with a controller. It's significantly a better experience using a controller. But I have an old 360 wired controller for my PC, which I've used for many years, and most games don't really care about the small amount of stick drift. This game seems to be rather sensitive to that. And for the first time, I started experiencing stick drift. However, the alternative is to use the keyboard and mouse. If you're like me and you play a lot of things like shooters and world exploration games, using a sort of left-hand configuration, so I use the arrow keys on the right to navigate the world. I prefer the space on the keyboard. I'm not a massive fan of the AWD controls, and for me, I did give it a go. I gave it about an hour, but I got so much cramp in my hands, I just can't do it. So I went back to the controller and found, for me, I was more willing to put up with that little bit of drift, because the game is definitely worth it. It's relaxing. It's nice to have something simple, but a very colourful world. You just want to get around. The objective is pretty simple: get from A to B and deliver these objects and don't damage them. But the world is a lovely expanse. Like I mentioned, it's incredibly colourful. It feels almost childlike, but it's just so fun and playful. And yeah, if you just want that game to relax, you just want to go around from A to B, you want to explore that colourful world and get those collectibles from me collectibles. Oh God, I love those days of going back and just finding every item you can find. And this place is full of them. And I got distracted on more than one occasion trying to locate those collectibles. So I've got many hours left to go, I reckon, before I will find them all. Regardless, if you enjoyed this little preview of the game, feel free to add that subscribe, like, follow, whatever you're watching this on and you're inclined to do so. Really would appreciate it. Regardless, for those who would like to give the game a go, there is a demo available on the Steam page. I have provided a link to this in the description below. Hope you enjoy the game. Give this game a little check out. Enjoy.